Am I hot or am I cold? I don't know. It's a regular everyday question to ask, mainly to find out how comfortable someone is. But it is possible that people with Parkinson's may be eager to answer. When I was growing up, summertime was my favorite time of the year. It meant no school, getting up early and watching the morning cartoons with no guilt, summer camp, but most of all, a month in the Okanagan at Grandma's. This meant time in the backyard pool, running in circles to make whirlpools, pancakes for breakfast, fishing in the lake, water slides, and scorching hot midday weather. Oh, the sunburns! But I didn't mind. This was my second home. One summer when I was 16, I spent 2 months working at a baby's breath farm in the Okanagan. I had a lot of fun. For those of you who don't know what baby's breath is, it's the decorative stuff they put in with bouquets of flowers to act as a filler and to help showcase the main arrangement. One of my jobs was to help separate the baby's breath into groups of 2 to 3 stalks, which would fit into these small vials of preserving solution the owners had and place them in drying greenhouses where they would stay until the solution had run its course. Boy, it was hot, and I drank lots of water. At lunch, some of us would drive down to the nearby creek and plunge into the cool water. Grandma always made sure my lunch had salty food and always reminded me to sprinkle some salt on my dinner to help keep up my water retention. The summertime highs were between 30 to 40 degrees Celsius, and I loved every minute of it. I was determined that one day I would move to the Okanagan and make it my home. Well, here I am, and I love it, but approximately 30 years later, it's not exactly as I remembered it. Something has changed. What is it? My wife and I moved to the sunny Okanagan in March of 2020, so now I have spent 2 summers here. The summer of 2020 was the first year I noticed that I was gaining a bit of sensitivity to the heat. I found that when the temperature rose above 30 degrees Celsius, it felt like my medication would not work as well, and I would need to go inside where there was some air conditioning and cool off. I would have problems with movement, and freezing would begin to develop. What's not more fun than suddenly becoming stuck in a position with no idea how are you going to get out of it? Also, going to the local coffee shop and having my favorite latte on a midsummer's day became taboo. Apparently, summertime mixed with hot drinks was a problem now. Who would have thought that Parkinson's would bring along something so unbelievable or annoying to deal with? I almost find it comical. What else was going to happen? I have never been much of a winter person, but one fun thing I got to do in my youth was to have a student's pass for Blackcomb Mountain in Whistler, BC, when Whistler and Blackcomb were still 2 separate companies. I'm really dating myself here, but that's okay. My sisters and I would board the local Greyhound bus on weekends and spend the day exploring our favorite runs. Mine were Jersey Cream and Honeycomb. The cold did not bother me at all, and being bundled up with a lot of layers was fine. You see, I am the type of person that, besides hunting, likes to avoid winter. I enjoy sitting close to a campfire to warm up, cuddling on the couch on a snowy night with the gas fire cranked up all the while, sipping a cup of hot chocolate. Now, with winter bundling, snuggling, and multiple layers, things seem to be different and produce excessive sweating, or what my wife calls Parkinson's menopause. I first noticed the excessive sweating on the hunting trip a couple of years ago, where the temperatures would dip down to around 0 overnight. The mornings would be cold, and to counter the cold, I would put on multiple layers. The problem was that, even though I was warm and braved the cold just fine, I was soaked with sweat in 1 to 2 hours. I'm like, what the heck? So I take off my outer layer, and I'm wet from head to foot, and now shivering and watching the mist off my clothes float away. With increased medication and progression of symptoms, I have found that I can neither be hot nor cold. I must aim for a specific target. It's almost kind of annoying. Just put your hand up right now if you find the extensive list of Parkinson's disease symptoms rather endless and sometimes downright comical. Come on, there must be someone. Okay, since I can't see your hands, let me know in the comments. Over the last year, I have found that 20 degrees is my ideal temperature target. Anything warmer and I start to sweat bullets and have to take my shirt and socks off. Being cooler is okay. It doesn't really bother me, except that my fingers and toes begin to get cold. To help manage this sweating problem, I have had to get rid of anything with cotton in it and move to an entire quick-dry clothing collection, or my clothes just fill up with water. The only way I can hunt in the cold weather now is to stay a little bit cold and dry. Warm drinks? No, just cool water. If I have a hot drink outside in the winter, it throws off my body temperature and I begin to sweat. Quick question for anyone else who is an outdoor enthusiast. Let me know if you've had any experience with this issue. To help solve my summertime issues, I have found that I either need to get out in the morning and enjoy it before the highs of the day. I need to enjoy iced coffees more often and just accept the fact that my internal furnace needs to be controlled by me more closely. I need to aim for that happy middle and wear shorts and a t-shirt all year long. If you see someone going shopping in their shorts when it's below zero, it might be me. Am I hot or am I cold? I don't know. The answer has to be neither. I think with Parkinson's, you have to live somewhere in that comfortable in-between. If you've made it this far, then I thank you for listening to my story. I find the never-ending list of PD symptoms rather comical, and after moving to the Okanagan to enjoy the summer weather, I need to retreat inside for a good portion of the day. It's kind of funny. Oh well, that's just life with Parkinson's. If you have a similar experience, let me know. It would be great to get to know what others have to say. I hope we can take this journey together. Thank you and have a good day.